beautiful. Look at that. They're not overcooked.
What did you say about not running water on them?
It takes the flavor, though, because you're roasting them, and you want that roasted flavor. So if you wash them, trying to get the skin off of them, you're washing the roasted flavor off them. So see how these right here? They're going to taste like they're roasted.
I've never been able to do that.
We brought them from the store. And now I'm just drying them off real good. And now I'm going to spray them with a little bit of the pan spray. What it does, it helps burn the skin faster, so that way the meat of the pepper doesn't overcook. Because if you overcook the bell pepper, the poblano, it's hard to stuff it, and then
Yeah,
those are the. And when you're roasting them like this, the most important thing is don't burn the stem. Because that's what's going the stem is that's where you're going to be dipping into the egg whites and then put them in the fryer.
Okay.
So that's the.
So those of you that are listening, he said spray them with whatever Pam spray or whatever you choose it, vegetable oil or whatever. This one's better, but
yeah, it takes a look at that.
I've never done that before.
And if you'll touch the meat of it. It's not overcooked.
No, it's not.
It's not mushy. It still has a firmness to it.
Yeah.
And the oil helped it, roast faster.
So what are you going to put in this? What are you going to put in this?
Onions, garlic, cumin, a little bit of tomato. And then I'm going to take some
tomato paste or
diced tomato. And then I'll add some diced potatoes, because that's what, like I said, the starch in the potato is what's going to bind it together, so that way it's easier to put them in the Chile Rellenos. Huh? I'm rendering the grease from it. I'm trying to take all the grease out of it. And I don't put a lot of stuff in the ground beef mix, because you don't need a lot of oregano or a lot of cumin, because it takes away from the flavor of the peppers, and stuff. So just want like a picadillo with some potato in it.
What'd you put in it?
I've got the potatoes and I got the garlic. It's just, and the potatoes, once they cook, some of them will break down, and that's where you get that where it'll bind for you.
So when do you put in like salt, pepper?
Not right now. No. Once the potatoes are a little bit more done, I'm still gonna cut it lengthwise like this. Take this out, and then what you want to do is lengthwise like this. See, the knife is not very, but if you had a.
Well, I'm gonna still try it.
Yeah, it's hard to. But I mean, this is just another way to chop on, the tomato.
This isn't gonna be real spicy, right, babe?
No, it's not going to be spicy at all.
I seem to have a problem with onions, but maybe these are gonna be a little. I don't know. I had them in vegetables the other day and did not agree with my stomach. Maybe it was the pepper though. Maybe it wasn't the onions.
Should have helped. You notice how I'm not mashing?
Like me.
I'm not. See, I'm letting the knife actually cut the tomato and stuff. And I don't have it. See, look at that. Así. Uno más, dos. ¿Qué, as the potato continues to cook, it'll start breaking down and it'll make a nice, that's what we want, to make a nice thing. Plus it can be eaten like this, with a,
I know.
So I put a little bit of cumin in there already. Not much, just like that, because I don't like, some people, cumin can be real strong. I don't want it very strong. I want to taste it, but I don't want it, and then overpowering. Yeah, there you go. And then the tomato base, and it's just, like probably a tablespoon and a half of this, because this can be really salty. And then just some black pepper.
Okay.
Like maybe a couple teaspoons of black pepper. And it's already got that, it's got a nice flavor to it already. And look how it's, see how it's starting, how it's binding?
Yeah.
And that's because the potatoes are still needing to cook. Yeah, but in the relleno, it's going to be fantastic, and stuff. It really is. Well, these are the peppers that we roasted a little bit ago. We peeled them, and then after peeling them, we put them in the refrigerator to stop the cooking, so that way they don't get too. And then what you want to do is you want to just take your finger and just reach like that, and then reach in here and just scrape. See all the seeds? And you don't have to get every single one of them. Now, here's a secret to this. See how I didn't go all the way to the tip? Okay, you want them just like this because you want to be able to stuff it in there and then pack it good and then put it back in the refrigerator so the meat and the potatoes will set. Okay? So, but that, I mean, see this?
Yeah.
Just take as much of the seeds as you can. I don't like to wash it like I said. I don't, people would probably like to just wash it, but I don't like to wash it because
it takes the roasted taste away.
It takes a lot of the flavor away. It really does. And anyway, so that's ready to go. That's ready to be stuffed right there. And look, it's not overcooked. It still has a little bit of a texture to it.
All right.
Okay, you don't stir it because then you're cooling off the pan, and then you're not sautéing. Now you're sweating the vegetables, and that's not what I want. You hear that? You hear that sound?
Yeah.
If you stop hearing that, then you didn't do it right.
You're sweating on it.
Yeah, you're sweating in them instead of sautéing them. And this is pretty much ready. It's just been sitting back here, just cooking real nice and slow. But look at that. See how it binds? It's not real flaky, like loose and stuff because of the potato. I'm taking these peeled tomatoes. You can buy the diced tomatoes. I mean, you're probably going to ask, well, why didn't you just buy diced tomatoes? I don't like the diced tomatoes. See how these are? They're still firm. What I like to do is I like to take it and just squeeze the juice out of it because I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the juice yet. I'm going to use it, and then what I do is the tomatoes, I just cut it lengthwise, and then I just cut it lengthwise one more time. And lengthwise one more time, and this is and that's what's going to that's what's going to go in the ranchero sauce. Just get rid of all the juice because I'm not ready for it. And they're more uniform. That's the other thing. To me, it's very important that everything be uniform, like your vegetables.
I mean, hell, because you could even get like Rotel where it has everything in it, but
but I don't know.
Not the same.
Not the same at all. Believe me, not the same, and it won't have the appearance either of that. All of them are nice, about the same price, same size.
So. Man, that smells so good.
Yeah.
Monterey Jack cheese.
I like to grate it because look, see how nice it comes out. And when you bind it together to put it in the chile relleno, you can actually form it. Look. Okay. Where if you buy it already grated, it's much drier, so you can't get it to bind. So this is the best. Este es el mejor. So I've got the onions and the peppers and the tomatoes that I showed you that I caramelized.
And this is for the
Ranchero sauce.
ranchero sauce that goes on that.
Yeah, underneath the relleno. And then just add a little paprika like that. And the tomatoes are in there. Black pepper, salt, and then jalapenos for the little bit of heat.
Sí, ahorita viene.
And then you just kind of.
What is?
This.
Okay.
The cornstarch with the water like this, it's a slurry curd, okay?
Slurry.
It's slurry, yeah. And it's one of the many binding agents that'll make a sauce or like a custard. But all you have to do is you have a whip.
Yeah.
¿Cuántos cree que?
Here, Tony.
Uno más. Sí. So, well, see how hot it is right here?
Mm-hmm.
So now you just watch the texture of it. It's got to be really hot. See how the peppers got nice,
Yeah. This is,
nice and
yeah, like
caramelized. It's just things they taste better when they're caramelized and you bring out the sugars.
I can see it. It's thickening.
Yeah, it's starting to thicken up a little bit, and take your time. Just let it get them up. Let it heat up a little bit. Don't add it all at one time.
So when you're making a soup and you want it thicker, that's what you do to it?
There's a roux. There's this slurry, cornstarch slurry like this right here that you could add to a soup, or a broth to give it some body.
So what happens if you put too much of that?
Well, then you got to have wallpaper paste. It gets real thick.
But you can fix it by
Well, yeah. Then you got to add water, but then you're diluting
seasoning.
all the seasoning. So it's just best just add a little bit at a time. Don't be in a hurry. See how nice it is boiling and
Yeah.
it's getting a little. Main thing is just get all the make sure it's like. See how got that roasted the peppers and I made a little bit put underneath the.
It's a little spicy.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Is it?
It'll calm down a little bit. The jalapenos were.
From the look on her face, I'm like, not. It's spicy.
Yeah,
Kind of just opened up all the taste buds in my tongue.
I just shut it off right there.
Why do you put the cilantro at the end? You told me that a long time ago.
The cilantro, when you add it into like a soup or whatever you're adding it to and you're cooking it, the longer you cook cilantro, the less the flavor you're going to get of the cilantro. That's why you add it at the end, so you're not cooking it anymore. You can actually taste the cilantro right now. If you cook it for a long time.
So if you were to put it in the sauce before, does it lose the taste of cilantro?
If you cook it for a long period of time, yeah, it dissipates.
All right.
You just want it at the end.
So it can have that cilantro taste.
Yeah, just read that. Chile Relleno filling mix. The picadillo. And as you can see, with the potato, because the potato is a starch, it helps bind it. So when you put it in the chile relleno, look at that.
Because of the potato.
Yeah, because of the potato. Okay, it helps it bind. Plus, potato, it makes it tastes good.
Yeah.
Sí, algo fettuccino.
Now she's putting cheese in the relleno. eggs. I need the egg whites and the egg yolks completely separated. And there's many ways of doing it. You know, some people crack the egg and they go back and forth like that. I like this is my preference. I give it back and forth through my fingers. See that? And when it's done, because I'm squeezing the egg white. See now there's nothing but the egg yolk right there. Look at that. And there's no, because if you get any egg yolks in here, it's not gonna rise. It's not gonna fluff up. So you got to make sure that you don't get any egg yolks in here.
How many Chile Rellenos do you have, and how many eggs are you?
You know, I would start with a dozen eggs. We've got quite a few rellenos. It's going to take more than a dozen eggs, okay? But for a typical, like if you were going to do like maybe 6 or 8 rellenos, a dozen eggs will do. A dozen.
Okay.
Okay. But you see how? See, there's nothing. There's no egg white on there. Look at that.
Yeah.
And then, because we're going to use that.
Right.
Once the egg yolks have risen, then we're gonna incorporate the egg yolks one at a time back in the But this is just like I said, many ways doing it. But this is the way I've always done it. To me, it's just the easiest. We have the relleno right here, okay? We have the poblano that's already roasted. We've already peeled it, we chilled it, and now we've filled it with the ground beef mixture. And look at it; it forms very well. Now, what we want to do is we want to take this right here and put them on a sheet pan. If we have a sheet pan, do you have a flat sheet pan? Okay.
So the bowl is chilled.
And you want to make sure it's completely clean. Okay. Right there.
And you put the egg whites in the
Put the egg whites in the refrigerator. I mean, just
so that you could keep everything.
keep it nice, everything cold. Okay. Oh, don't do that.
Wrong one.
See how it's very watery like this? We're working it to get a nice step. See that? See that steep? See that peaks? How it peaks? That's what you're looking for. Okay. Okay. So now once you do that, I'm adding one of the eggs and it's tying back in. You're not going to add all of the egg yolks back. Probably about 10 of them. And I'm going to add a little bit of baking powder. And it just helps it stay fluffy a little bit longer. Just add a little bit of flour to it here. Pot right here with the hot oil right here. It's already nice and hot. We already know it's ready to go. And the peppers have firmed up real nice like that, right? And what you want to do is you want to kind of roll them just a little bit on the flour, so that way it'll pick up the and see why it's important that you don't burn the stem, because now you got something to
So you
hold
can
on
handle
to.
it.
You know, look at this. Quedan más bonitos, ¿no?